Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Apologise for delays. We've had a global outage. It's the largest IT outage in history, mainly on Microsoft. It's not really affecting my Mac computers or anything like that, but it is affecting the information that I can provide. And because of that, lots of information that I provide this morning would be missing, but I've now managed to fix it. Plus, I've updated security as well, just in case there's any issues. So we've just made sure everything is up and running. So apologies for that. There is a global outage. It's generally fixed, though, around the world, but there's this residual issue. You may notice we are lit up once again in the studio. I'll share with you my experiences of Apple now. Things are not as they seem. So the computer isn't fixed. It's still swollen. It's still expecting a baby. Some of you are commenting that the computer is pregnant. It's still bulging. Apparently, they can't fix it. The computer is too old. It's a 2013 Mac that powers my lights. This one just there. Just down there, if you see it there. And it's so old that they don't carry the batteries anymore. However, you can buy them all over Amazon, everywhere you like. But because they can't provide their own battery, even though they are available, they can't fix it. So I asked, can I take the battery out? And the guy says, yes, you can take the battery out and plug it in and it will still work. I said, can I pay you to do that? And they said, no, because we can't service it. We can't provide you, we can't sell you a battery. I said, well, can't you just sell me the services of taking my battery out? And they can't do that. So I'm going to do it myself. This weekend, I'm going to take the computer apart and take the battery out. And then theoretically, it will work without a battery. Because if I leave the battery in, it's doing damage. It's pressing the body up and so on. You can get batteries, but because it just sits there and only runs the lights, it seems daft to spend $100 on a battery. I'll just leave it plugged in and that's fine. It's a very, very old computer now. So that's what I'm doing there. Anyway, so thank you for your concern there. I did read your text, Bill. Thank you very much indeed for your messages before the show started as well, for updating everybody in the family. I'm sure everybody will appreciate knowing what you're up to. And it's wonderful to have you here. Thank you very much for the super chat. That's very, very kind of you. Really do appreciate that. Thank you. That's very, very decent of you. I'm glad you're with us. And you sound much more positive spirits today. We've got a new member, DJ Hayes. Is DJ Hayes in the chat? Let's have a look. DJ Hayes. Oh, yes. Are you here? I'd like to address our new member. We've got a new bronze member. DJ Hayes, can you come back to me and tell me how you, if you're here? I want to introduce you to the family and give you all your perks and benefits and tell you about all the services that I provide. So let me read some of the comments that I've missed, and then we'll cover Donald Trump's presentation last night, the fact the markets are up, as I said they would be, the fact that Netflix is up, as I said it would be. So really, there's no surprise this morning. Once again, the resilience of the market, the way it works. There is Netflix. It was oversold last night. And as you can see, my portfolio is up. Yes, DJ Hayes is here. Okay, DJ Hayes, stand by just a moment as I catch up with the comments, and then I will address you. So stand by. Stacey Bailey, I had a green cheek concure named Little Buddy. Stacey Bailey, the show begins. Yes, it does indeed. Adam, seemed to have been a lot of ear surgery going on. Seemed to have been a lot of ear surgery. Yes, I had an ear infection. I'm taking antibiotics, and it's much, much better now. My ear feels fine. my muscles, because I have those 6 bulging discs, are all spasming, a bit weird. It's the antibiotics are a bit like a muscle relaxer, so I'm experiencing some strange muscle action. But other than that, really, I'm better now, and I've just got to carry the course. So thanks for asking. How are you feeling, Martin? Yeah, so I'm feeling a lot better, much better. Thank you for asking. It's the Martyn Lucas Daytime Trader Show with your host, the worried piano. The worried piano man, Mr. Martyn Lucas. I don't feel worried today. Morning, everyone. Morning, everyone, Dad. Green lights. Yes, indeed. Maybe was on suppressants last night. Thank God. Adam Kilmer. Welcome, Adam. Stepped in my beard, on my shoulder, on my head, and until I'm not sure what that means. But at 12 weeks, I thought I'd cease to never sit. I think he's doing something from a song, I think. I'm not really sure what Bill's saying there. How's your ear? Are my ears fine? Okay. Is red nose tea? What's going on here, Bill? Hey, Stacey. Hi, everyone. Okay. How's Leah doing? Leah's fine. Thank you. Our eye is much, much better. So we go for the checkup on Monday. She should be clear. So we've got through that. That's good. Hello, Martin, everyone. Right. Let's now... I was talking about my bird, Martin, when he was a baby. Okay. I had no idea what was going on. I'm glad you explained. Right. Let's come back to DJ Hayes. So we've got a new member. Would everybody please put in the chat, welcome to DJ Hayes. Welcome to the family, DJ. Where are you calling from and what is your native language? Because I can address you in any language in the world, and we might be able to fly a flag for you if we've not already got the flag flown. We have members in 62 countries. 98% of our live viewers are members, more than any other channel on YouTube TV, more than Mr. Beast. Our percentage is the highest of any channel in the world. And I guess it's because we're a live channel up to 12 hours a day. We're here to help people. Every word is true. You can ask me anything. I will share anything with you. And it's real. And we're here to help people make money, support people. We do fundraisers, charity events. We're just basically here to have fun and have fun, and support people. That's what this is about. It's not about me. It's not about how many subscribers I can get. It's about helping people. If you don't know, I was voted by Elton John as the world piano man. I'm actually an entertainer, musician, and I built a TV studio, as you can see all around me, to replicate what I did in theatres and concert halls around the world. And I wanted to do a live investment channel, which was basically me investing my real money, as you can see on the screen, and then being able to help people and provide support for people's needs and businesses and whatever. That's what this channel is all about. So welcome in, DJ. You're getting a nice welcome there from everyone. So let me tell you all about it. We are live 12 hours a day. We're here to help people. As I said, we have every Friday, we have a music concert on my music channel. Now let me give you all your perks and benefits. There are too many to explain everything, hence why I've made a members video. There's no ads on it. It just tells you all about the membership. Here is that link. You may have seen it. You may already know about it. I'll find out in a minute by a couple of questions whether you watched it or not. There is the how and why video. Make sure you watch that at some point. Go and copy and paste that somewhere. You can watch that later if you've not already done so. So let me give you some of your perks. You can now call into the show live. I can do a review for you. Now, as a member, you can bid for a review. For $1, you can get a review. It goes on the bottom of the list. The higher the bid, like $5 at the moment is the top. You'll get your review done immediately, straight away in the show. I'm doing 2 more today. All right, that's how that works. You can ask me to cover an earnings. I'll get up early in the morning or go late in the evening and I'll cover an earnings. $5 super chat is all it requires for me to do an earnings. I've already got about 20 booked in. I'll tell you which ones shortly. You can ask me to poll the audience. I have members-only live streams, members-only videos that members see first. Here are some of the perks. You can now get access to the most advanced algorithmic stock stock software that I use, Alpha Spread. I know the CEO and I offer the best discount, more than CNBC, Mad Money, Bloomberg, and everybody. As a member, you get a free version of the plan, and you can also get a discount, which will basically make my membership for free. Here is the music channel. We are live tonight on our music channel. We'll do a live concert. As you're now a new member, you can get your first requested song for free, make a dedication to a loved one, and you can get your first song for free. Here is my X account. If you follow me on X, I will engage with you, answer questions. I see all my members. And once you've got a 2-year badge, you've got a green badge right now. That means you are brand new. You can see it goes 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 year. Once you get 2 year, you get on the VIP club, the meetups and all the rest of it. Here is the all links button, martynlucas.com. Remember, all these links are below every video on the website, martynlucas.com. You can see the all links page. If you go there, you can get our free newsletter. Now, the newsletter isn't about me sending out loads of emails. It's not about that at all. It's about, it's a backup for the show if we ever lost the show, but also if there's some really important news, something really amazing you can't miss, I will send an email out. But mainly it's a backup, but it's also an opportunity for you to get a birthday card and a Christmas card. I don't need your year of birth, just your month and date. I don't use the emails. I don't sell the emails. It's a secure server. I wouldn't even know how to. But you don't even have to do that. You could just sign up for the newsletter without your address, without your name, without your birthday. If you want, whatever you want, it's there. Scroll below and you will see all of the links. Alpha Spreads down here. That's how you get Alpha Spread. All the free stocks I give away. There's all sorts of things that I get from people that I just give away to you, right? It's all free. Okay. There's that. What else have I got for you? The Extra channel. We're live 12 hours a day on the Extra channel. We're proud to say it's members only. It's only 99 cents to be a member, but it provides a place for the community to talk 12 hours a day. So when I finish the shows, in between the shows, they can share thoughts, ask about stocks, see what's going on with no bots, no scammers, no trolls, no liars, no one coming in promoting stuff, just the members. It's a place, and a lot of people make money here because we get scalp trade tips from Ed Nevius. We get updates, news from Stephen Lewandowski about oil, is what he's buying. Really great place to be. And, there it is. So that you can become a member now for just 99 cents if you want to. I think that's it for a minute. Oh, Discord. Yes, if you want to get the free, we don't sell training here. We don't sell training programs, but we do have Ed Nevius, who's a scalp trade expert. He's paid to learn, and he provides it for free, sometimes one-on-one. Okay, so if you want that, here is Discord. Now, hopefully you've already done all this, because if I go over to Discord, it takes 10 minutes to get through. There is the link. Then send me a friend request. Please do not accept a friend request from anyone called Martyn Lucas. They are not me. I don't send messages out. I don't do friend requests. You send me a friend request, and I'll accept it once I know you're a member. So how do I know you're a member? Come into YouTube, chat where you are now, and give me your Discord username, and I will upgrade you live on the show. So let me go to Discord now, see if I've got any friend requests. No, I don't. Now, I've got some new members. This might be you. Deck Mish, Tim Dewella. I don't know. I don't know if this is you, so this is my Discord. This is where you get all the information around the show, all the links. You can send links into the show, talk to Ed Nevius, talk to Sensei, Trades of Logic, all these special channels down here, and stock news, the breakfast bar, all of that. So if you sign up for Discord, it's free. You don't have to be a subscriber. You can be a subscriber if you want to, then you get access without being a YouTube member.
Dardans and Cooks donated $10 through a super chat. Please cover Seattle Mobile. Ticker symbol Sita.
Okay. All right. So I will leave you with Discord. If I see your username in the chat, I will go over to Discord and upgrade you and give you all the access over there. Right, we've got 20 minutes before the bell goes. We need to get started. We've got a new review just come in. Now, Dad and Son Cooks, as you can see, is a member of the channel, and he's just done a super chat, which takes that review right to the top. That goes right. Oh, another new member. Blimey.
Caleb Ida has become a member.
Thank you, Caleb. Thank you very much. So as you can see, same thing to Caleb. Everything I've just said to you is in the chat. Hopefully that all makes sense. So we're going to do 2 reviews now. And the review for Dads and Son Cooks goes right to the top now, because that is our top super chat. So it jumps straight to the top. So let me write that down now. SYTA Sciata Mobile. Right. Okay, that goes right to the top. Once we get past the stock race and into the show, I will do that. So let me just get it up, make sure I've got the right one for you, confirm this is the one you want, and we'll be doing this in a few moments. SYTA. Sciata Mobile, there we go. Right, I'll load it up, I'll get it ready. SYTA, that now jumps to the top. So if you are a member, you can book a review. It will get done. You can do it for $1, but it goes about 8th down the list at the moment. Would everybody please welcome Caleb? Where are you from, Caleb? What country are you from? Welcome, Caleb. DJ Hayes. Did everything make sense? Did Discord make sense? Remember, I'm here to answer all your questions. Now, if you want to know anything about anything, if you comment to a video, any video, I answer every single member personally. Every single member. I have my comments on my channel filtered for members. So I see every member's question and I answer it. I don't often see the replies back because that's more difficult, but I do see your initial comment and I do reply. So if you want to know anything, just do a fresh comment. If you reply back to something, I don't always see it, but if you do leave a comment to any video, I will search for it and I find it. All right. Jason Davis. I'll go back to that on Monday. Yeah, that's fine. I understand. Right. Let me check my Discord. There's nothing in there yet. So let me just do that. Let me message these couple of members. This might be our new members today. I don't know. One's called Deck Mitch. There's no way for me to know, but I reply back to them, that person, and explain what to do. We've just got Tim DeJula message. That one's done. Right, we're all good. Thank you, Team Fusion, for your message. Right. Okay. We've got just 15 minutes to go. Before we start. Let's see if Team Fusion. There you go. Are you here? Thank you for your Discord message. Right, I've got our review partly lined up, not completely. Right, so if you want to join us, James is talking about tonight's music concert. Every Friday we have a music concert. And for our 2 new members, you can have a free song request tonight, and you get to keep the video and you can dedicate it to a loved one. Here is tonight's event. Same time every Friday. Here is the link. Join us. It's a live party, live requests, and you can, there it is, there's the link, and you can join us for the live party tonight. I want to welcome into as well this morning our Rumble audience. Well, there's just one there this morning, but there you go. There's our Rumble audience this morning. Right. I want to also tell you today's show is provided by Charlotte May Weddings. We don't take sponsorship from anyone other than our members. If you are, it doesn't matter if you're Coca-Cola and you offer me $1 million, and trust me, some big businesses have offered me quite a bit of money, and I'm not interested. It's for members who watch the channel, members who support our channel, who want help with their businesses. So one of our members is here today, and it's Charlotte May Weddings. They are a sponsor to our channel. They pay $99 a month for me to promote their business to 62 countries in 14 languages across all our platforms. And they are a wedding company, one of our members, and we'd love to help them become #1 on Google. And that's really easy for us to do because we have 27,000 subscribers just on YouTube. So what I'd like to ask everyone to do, and I know you'll all do it because we all help each other, here is Charlotte May's Weddings website. All I ask you to do is click on it. Click on it, help it rank. If we've got people all over the world clicking on their website, they will rank #1. Simple. Simple as that. If we've got people all over the world clicking on their website, they will rank #1. You don't have to get married or book a service. Just simply click on their website every time I mention it. So I'm mentioning it today. And their website will rank #1. I'm sure that Charlotte May Weddings will tell you, will be able to tell us in time that their website is ranking, and their numbers have gone up, and their click rate has gone up, and they'll become much more successful just by our members helping out. Thank you very much, guys, for your time doing that. It took 1 second. It costs absolutely nothing, and I guarantee if everyone does it, they will benefit from that. And that is great. So if you are a member, a sponsor member, you can have the same. Hey up, David Ewan just clicked it. Thank you. That's one of our members here on the channel. Thank you so, so much. All right. There you go. Thank you. And if you want to become a sponsor member, you can do it for a month and we can get you ranked up. We did that for our friend Mark Korn, who wrote a book, published it on Amazon, had no sales, had no downloads, and within 5 days, I think 4 or 5 days, he was in the top 10 short stories on Amazon. We do that for all our members. It's not we don't charge you the real value, the real price of it. I could charge 100 times what I charge, but I don't. It's for the members to help people. All right? So there you go. If you've got something you want to promote, I'm here to help you. And I've just been told by our sponsor, they also do weddings in Santorini, Greece. So if you are looking for that, go on the website, check it out. Most importantly, you know, most people here probably aren't getting married. You know, it's a very exclusive thing. Just by clicking on the website, you're going to make it rank and make them a #1 choice for weddings. It's a very, very easy thing to do. Thank you, Mike. Mike's clicked. Look at that. Clicked. Good business networking. Yeah, we do it. It's. Can you imagine? We're at 27,000 subscribers. The power of this. It's just. It's why I do the show. I just at the end of the day, every day I ask Leah, "Have I done a good thing today? Have I helped people today?" And if she says, "Yeah," that's it. That's all I want to do. It's very simple. I'm wondering which stocks he helped last night. I was surprised he mentioned AI. Right, we'll talk about Donald Trump in a moment. Have we got time? Because I've got a review to do after the stock race. Let me do a quick reaction then. We've got a few moments. I've got not yet. Let me do a quick reaction here then. So I'll do Trump first of all then. Trump. So this is, let me bring up this, just a quick reaction. What's the time? $26. Okay, 26. Here we go. Here is my brief reaction to Donald Trump's presentation last night. And I use the word presentation for a particular reason. I will do a full update on it later, but this is being made live during a show. So I want to be able to do a much more comprehensive reaction later. But here is my initial reaction just before the market opens here. We've got 8 minutes to go. As you can see, the markets are up today. I said the markets would be up today after Donald Trump's speech last night. But I'm going to give you a brief reaction and my thoughts to it. Last night was a golden opportunity, which very rarely, if ever, comes for a potential new president. Last night, Donald Trump, for the first 15, 20 minutes, spoke about his experience having been had experienced an attempted assassination. He even shared the fireman's outfit of a member of the audience who was sadly killed during his rally. All of that was a very powerful moment, and I was hoping, and I think people all around the world were, those that aren't Donald Trump supporters, that it would be an opportunity to unite America once again and make America the United States, not a divided state as it has been now for many years. Hence all the fighting and all the arguing and all the very aggressive political landscape that exists today. Those that love Donald Trump will still love Donald Trump. Those that don't like Donald Trump last night were given an opportunity to fall in love with Donald Trump. What an opportunity to share the moment how you were attempted to be assassinated, share the moment and show love and support to the family who lost somebody, as we talked about, the person that died in his rally. And all of that, he did that, and it was great. He had a script, he set to it, they gave him a script, he stuck to the script, and then he went off and talked for an extra hour and 15 minutes. It became an hour and a half. An acceptance speech should only be about 15, 20 minutes. It came an hour and a half. That in itself isn't a major problem. It is typical of Donald Trump. And that was the moment, however, sadly, I think the moment was lost. As we said yesterday, the most important thing anyone can do is always tell the truth. No matter what your opinions are, if you tell the truth, people will believe in you. People that love Donald Trump will still love Donald Trump today. But sadly, because of what I'm about to say, those that don't, still don't. And it's such a shame, because it could have united America last night and he would have won the election immediately. It would have been a complete landslide. If he'd have been totally about saying what he said in the first 15 minutes, left it alone, and asked for a united country, he'd have had it. It was there. However, he then went on to talk about other things. And I spent an hour last night writing. I was up late watching it, writing down all the facts. And later on, I will update you with the facts. We shouldn't have to fact check. I don't know where this new fact check idea came from. Used to be, we just believe people. Now we have to fact check. The list went on and on and on until I stopped writing it down. The most important thing to say, there's a whole list. Even the most passionate Trump supporters know if they've stepped out of their front door and read any newspaper, seen any TV channel, read anything at all about anything else in the world, they will know one simple fact. The fact is, when Donald Trump was in power, we were not a world at peace. Donald Trump said during his time in office, there were no wars. The world was at peace. There were about 20 wars running at that time. And there's never been a period in history where there's never been any wars anywhere, under any president, under anyone ever since the beginning of time, as far back as we can go. Sadly, when you say things like that, when there are people, half the country, who don't support you, you're not going to win those supporters. What a shame. He went on and said and some other things about inflation was the lowest and other things, and the stock market was the highest and everything was the greatest. I'd love it to be true. However, there was a list as long as my arm of blatant ridiculousness, so outrageous it was beyond comprehension. You can have your opinions and your beliefs, but you can't ignore blatant facts. As I say, there will be a further video when I present all the facts to you and go through them one by one. But right now, there was no world peace. And Donald Trump said when he comes back in power, there'll be world peace again. Donald Trump cannot stop every war in the world. Nobody can. It's completely impossible. That'll never, ever happen. I'm really sad he said it, because it was an opportunity to unite the world, unite America, and the opportunity of a lifetime was lost. Joe Biden right now is on the ropes. Joe Biden doesn't have much power right now. He's losing support. And Donald Trump could have got a landslide, which has never happened in the United States, where everyone votes for one person. That's never happened. It never probably will. But last night, it came as close as it's ever going to come. And sadly, that opportunity was lost. What we needed last night was humility, a brief announcement, a 15-minute would have been fine, not to bang his chest and say how great everything was. And he also said, the moment I get in, inflation will go down. Well, inflation is going down already. It's already down at 2% again. He said, the moment I get in, it will drop straight away. Everything will change straight away. And of course, anyone who loves him will he can say anything. It doesn't matter anymore. I don't understand that, but people do. People that don't like him and politicians around the world who want to build a relationship will go, why did you say that? Why? Why did you say that? It was an opportunity to unite the world. I don't know why he does it. I don't understand it. I'm lost for words. People know what you're saying didn't make any sense. Why say it? Anyway, there's my reaction. It was a great shame. I felt an opportunity to unite the world was lost last night in one of the greatest opportunities of all time. I don't think there'll ever be an opportunity as good as that. So I'm sad this morning, but there it is. What a shame. Click above my head for further links down below in the description. And when I've done the comprehensive video and with all the facts presented to you in very clear and concise ways, I will present it over here and down here. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Right. Let's read the comments. DJ clicked good business networking. Morning, James. Hi, Jay. Morning. I'm wondering which stocks he helped. Don't know. He said the auto industry, but anyway, it wasn't really clear. It was just lost. Love your show, Martyn. Caleb, Ed. Thank you so much indeed. I think G.D. Vance is the game changer for Trump. I think he did great. Even the tangents he went on, it was emotional. Did you watch for an hour and a half though? Trump is rubbish, said Fight Channel. I agree with Martyn. I couldn't help but to think which thing he was lying about. It was a great speech. Lance Strength. Tell me how you can, for those of you that are really Trump supporters then, tell me how you can live with the fact that the things he said weren't true. Please tell me. I'd love to know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The year is 1991.
Hang on a minute. I completely messed that up. I'm going to do it again. It's a live show, and I made a technical error, so I apologize. I'll do it again. I'll do it again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The bell has gone. It's the stock race. Let's go for all the information of all the stocks. As you can see, we're pretty flat right now. The stock was up slightly this morning. As you know, I'm now massively in margin. I'm very bullish on the markets. Just under $103,000. Sorry, $104,000. I beg your pardon. Let's go for all our positions, see what's up. We've got the general market is pretty flat at the moment. It had a chance to boom last night, but it didn't. Virgin Galactic, no value here, going down even lower now. This is very, very sad to see Virgin Galactic go down further. It's under 30 cents a share now. There's hardly any value here at all. Palantir down today. Gold down today. S&P is pretty flat at the moment. Amazon is down 1.5. Apple up 0.71. Next Year Energy up 0.23. Enphase Energy down 1.49. Coca-Cola up 0.57. J&J up 0.12. Chevron is down very slightly. Tesla is down today. No surprise after last night's EV cuts coming. Rivian, drill baby drill, that's what he said, which isn't so surprising as Donald Trump is supporting him. So that'll be interesting to see where that goes. Rivian down at the moment. McDonald's is down. Google is up today, 0.85. Microsoft is down. It was down a lot lower due to the global outage, mainly caused through CrowdStrike, affected Microsoft devices. Nvidia going down today, trimming off 1.3. Walmart is up today. Tilray, but it was barcoding earlier, broken down. Robinhood flat. IonQ is down 4% today. IonQ is too expensive. Rocket Lab trimming off, but recovering. Plug Power now down 13%. The reason for that is they released more shares. It's been devalued. Great shame. It's not a discount. It's now been devalued. It now needs to go under $2 to buy it. I wouldn't buy it unless it went under $2 now. It's been devalued by the extra shares. Rumble down 266. Funware basically dilution. ASTI is up today 1.22. FFIE is down 2%. Bitcoin is up slightly 0.1. XRP is down 1%. I did get out of that. I told you I sold all my Bitcoin, all my crypto, all my XRP. Okay, let's now go and look at the global news. We'll start with the US. I think that's very, very important, and let's go straight into it. This is your stock race and your US news. I'm bringing it up. It happens live. Bear with me. I'm making this during a live video, and here it is. Click the subscribe, ring the bell, and tap the like button. Away we go. US news. Trump's speech as it happened with Biden close to abandoning presidential race. It looks like Biden will be out very shortly. Some are saying he's out already to get views on YouTube. That's not true, but it looks like he will be soon. Mass IT outage affects worldwide travel and GP surgeries as Microsoft working on lingering impact. The largest IT outage in history, apparently. American journalist sentenced to 16 years in Russian spy years in Russian prison after spying trial. And we've seen air travel, we've seen the National Health Service, we've seen banks all around the world go down, and stocks go down as well because of the outages. Drill, baby, drill, and close our borders. Donald Trump has claimed that's what he'll do. Remember, he's made these claims before. We shall see what happens if he wins. I'm sure he will win. Anyway, drill, baby, drill. So that's what's going to happen. There's your latest news today on the stock market and your stocks around the world. There we go. There's the stock race. I'll just look at my phone and bring it back up. We're pretty flat at the moment. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description, and over here, more information in the series. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Right. Okay, Lance Strength. Obviously, you said it was a great speech. I respect that. You liked it. He said there was world peace while he was in power. Please tell me what your reaction to that is. That's his words, not mine. There was world peace while he was in power. That's what he said. No new wars. He's always said that. Well, last night he said there were no wars during his time in office. I'm just picking one of 20 things. I'm just picking the headline right now. I'd love your thoughts on that. Obviously, you are a Trump supporter. You like him, and I respect that. However, to win new voters, which is what he wants to unite the country. We all know there's wars going on. I can't get past the fact that it's not true. Anyway, inflation was 1.6 until COVID. Correct. No politician had anything to do with COVID going up and down. COVID went up because of, I beg your pardon. Inflation went up because of supply shortages to COVID. Now inflation is coming down. So inflation didn't go up or down because of Donald Trump. Inflation went up because of COVID. No one created COVID. It's been coming down over the last year. We can see that. That's got nothing to do with Donald Trump right now. He's not in power. So it's to do with COVID. We all want to claim responsibility for something, if it's good, of course. But the reality is inflation is coming down due to supply shortages and demand easing. And that's why inflation is coming down. People don't care about the truth. Whatever you say to the contrary only cements one's own ideology and support for whichever candidate they support. I don't understand that. I've no comprehension of saying false things makes any sense. I don't agree. I don't understand it. I agree, David and Lance. What did David said? I think he did great. Even the tangents he went on. Okay. Well, tell me, how do you square it in your mind then about the things that aren't true? What are your thoughts about trading CrowdStrike today? Well, trading CrowdStrike, that's a very interesting one, of course. Let's have a quick look at it. It'll rebound back. They fixed the problem, but of course, it's not going to go anywhere. It's got a cemented deal with Microsoft. It's now part of the S&P as well. CrowdStrike is an overreaction. People will forget tomorrow. I absolutely agree. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that right now. I'd say that's really important. CRWD, CrowdStrike. Okay, let's talk about it. We've got a review coming up, of course. We'll do that in a moment. CRWD. The time is 42 minutes. Crowd 42. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay. I'm going to come back to Lance in a moment. Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor, CrowdStrike, CRWD. Should you trade it? One of our members has just asked, Kylo, has just, in fact, I'm not sure he's a member or not, but I've mentioned it. Kylo Flauke says, what about trading CrowdStrike? Absolutely. CrowdStrike isn't going anywhere. It's embedded into Microsoft. There may be financial implications. There may be some compensation have to be paid out here. However, the stock has dropped 12%. It's dropped a lot more than that. It was down 16%. It's now going up quickly. The stock market forgets very, very quickly. Last night, and still going on potentially now, we had the largest IT outage in history, apparently. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what the newspapers are saying, that the largest, the largest IT outage ever. It affected Microsoft computers. It didn't affect Apple servers, but because of it, people overreact. They use this as an opportunity. The stock dropped, it got oversold, and now people are buying back. If we look at the stock over the last week, as we can see, it dropped. It's been dropping the last week, actually, and it wasn't just in the last few hours, as you can see. If we look over the last month, it dropped. Now, this typically happens, I believe, and if someone can correct me, but I'm pretty sure that this stock has just entered the S&P 500. And when it does, it gets the pop, which there it is. That's over the last 3 months. People buy the rumor, sell the news. It came into the S&P. That's good for the stock. It then trims off because that's just how these things go for the next rally. And of course, now we've got this extra drive down, but it's going to come straight back. The business is good. It's embedded in Microsoft. It's not going anywhere. And we do know that, like we've always done with macro conditions, this is not technically a macro condition. It's a direct condition for CrowdStrike. However, it's a macro condition for the overall markets, and the overall markets are now going up because there's been some overselling of Microsoft, overselling of CrowdStrike. It'll all bounce back. If you are single stock buying, you will perhaps like this and be able to benefit from it. I am benefiting from it by simply owning the S&P because last night with Donald Trump speaking, we're going to get a rally because it looks like that Donald Trump's going to win the election. The stock market likes that. So, as I said last night, we're going to get a rally. We did get an overselling this morning with Microsoft, of course, and CrowdStrike. They're all going to come back, and the stocks is going to go up again. That's just how the stock market works. If you are buying the single stock, you can make money on it. If, like me, you're just owning the overall index, you hardly saw the ripple on the pond, but you are going to get the benefits on the way up. That's the way I prefer to do it. I prefer to be an investor than a trader. So, to answer your question, what are your thoughts about trading CrowdStrike? I don't trade, I own and I invest, but I do see an opportunity buying it, definitely. So there you go. There's my thoughts on it. Click above my head, down below in the description, and over here, I'll put more information in the series. It's a buy from me if you like individual stocks. Till next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Lance Strength, I said I'd come back to you. Don't ever remember Martyn fact-checking. I think, do you mean Branson? Right, okay. So, I think you mean Branson. Let me be clear, right? We're talking about what Donald Trump said last night. We're not going to be in a playground saying, well, you didn't say this about my dad, and you didn't say that about my dad. We're not going to do that. Right? We're going to rise above that. I'm not on anybody's side. I'm not on Branson's side or against Trump or for Trump. I'm neutral, okay? I'm just presenting facts. What I said or didn't say about Branson has nothing to do with what I'm talking about right now. But I can assure you, if I was presented with a discussion and a debate about anyone, you included, I will answer it and be open and honest about it. I'm not trying to score points one over the other. If I was talking about Virgin Galactic and Richard Branson had lied about something, I would say it if I was aware of it. It's got nothing to do. We're not comparing like for like. I mean, otherwise we'll never. I mean, I can't talk about anything today because me and my wife have had an argument. I mean, you know, it's not an argument. So there you go. I said I would address that. Martyn, it's all about credibility, speaking the truth, and Trump no longer has it. I can only base decisions on real, meaningful facts. I agree. I can't invest or do anything based upon rah-rah. I want numbers. I want facts. You can have an opinion, but you can't say we have world peace when we don't. Good morning all, GoDB. I can't wait to watch your next video on it and hear the fact checks. David Ewan, thank you very much indeed. I'll go through all of it. I will check every fact. I will double check every fact and I'll bring it to you. And if you still don't care about facts, then it doesn't matter. If you don't care about facts, then fine. That's okay. I'm not going to judge you for that. That's okay. If you think facts aren't important, that's fine. But that doesn't work for me. I want to know the truth. President Trump did great last night. I do feel, again, I'm neutral. I thought the first 15, 20 minutes was amazing, was fantastic. I just feel that the opportunity then was lost. Remember, Trump's job last night was not rallying his audience, was not getting his supporters to support him. His job is to get people that don't support him to support him. That's the job. So you're not talking to your fan base, you're talking to people that don't like you. So don't lie about stuff. Don't make up stuff. It doesn't help you, does it? And you know, what I want is a United States, however it comes, all right? I think people just need hope and something to cling on to, something like a good sales speech to motivate everyone. I don't think that's what last night was. It was an acceptance speech as the nominee. It wasn't a rally. He wasn't standing in a field trying to convince people to join him. He was standing in a convention of his own people. They're already voting for him. It was for the world looking on, deciding whether they could now support Trump, and I felt that opportunity was lost. And we shall see anyway, won't we? If it's a landslide and he wins every vote, then I'm wrong. But I don't think so. I think he's going to win, but I don't think now it's going to be a landslide, which it could have been last night. Tea is a language of world and happiness, even if people don't speak the same language. Cup of tea, I agree. Time for the bell. Yes, I watched the whole speech. David Ewan. I'm glad. Well, I will never vote for a left-wing Democrat. Centre conservative maybe. Lance Trent, thank you for your thoughts. I appreciate it. We're not a political show here. I'm not one side or the other. I'm just the news, giving you the facts. That's all I'm doing. No matter how many times Trump lies, it was less than your average career politician. I don't know. I don't have the numbers, but I take your word for it, Mark. Lance, Martin is a big lefty. LOL. I don't even know what that means, to be honest with you. As you know, I'm completely neutral. I just look at numbers and facts, and that's it. And doing the right thing. It's obvious, Steve. Martin is a big lefty. It's obvious. I couldn't be more neutral, actually. CrowdStrike. Mark, you are correct. Buy CrowdStrike. Thank you, Steve. Plug up, please. Plug. Well, basically, plug. I will cover this now. Plug news. I've got a review to do in a moment as well, of course. Once we get past all of the main things here. Plug. Links for YouTube. Links for YouTube. Google. Nothing there. Okay. Let me just do this. Let me just get something a moment. Plug update. We've got earnings coming up as well. 23rd of July, we start. Just a couple of days to go. All right, here we go. Plug updates. Let's do this here. Okay, here we go. Plug PLUG. UG. Don't know why I read out how to spell plug. 54. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look at this. Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor. Many of you are asking about plug. Let's have a look at it. What have we got? Why is it down? In this brief review, this is not a review of a stock, it's just updating on some news. I'm going to ask you if you wouldn't mind tapping the like button. That's one thing I'd like you to do, but I'm going to share with you some numbers here. The operating income, the profit, the loss. Just a very, very brief review, but we're going to start off with the news. What has happened to Plug? Well, I'm going to say it, and I keep saying the same thing, and I'll repeat myself again. Consistency is key. Honesty is paramount. This stock has been over-manipulated, and people keep making up stories, pushing the stock up, taking it down before it's ready. You all know I was approached, and my channel was attacked by Russian oligarchs trying to influence me to say everything was great with Plug. Plug is a great business. However, because it's power and it's the #1 hydrogen power in the world, many are trying to get control of it. Russian oligarchs have tried to manipulate me with bribes and all kinds of things and all the rest of it. The stock is over manipulated. That's not why it's down though. It's down because of a dilution, a liquidity issue, and we're going to talk about it right now. I'm going to share with you the numbers. But I've been saying for the longest time, and I'll say again, this stock will do well on the next quarter. Not this one, the next one. It's all too early. Everybody overbought it. Everybody overpaid for it. Then they dump it. The business is a great business. And I'm sure that hydrogen is the future. However, it needs more money, and that's exactly what it's done. We do not have a discount. It's not a discount right now. What we do have we have a devaluation. However, looking at the numbers, it does appear that we have, as we always do, specifically on this stock, an overreaction. There's an overreaction. The stock has gone down too much now. However, I would not be buying this now with the current position on its shares for more than $2, at least for now, for the next couple of quarters. Not this quarter coming up, and we will cover the earnings, but the next quarter, then fine. Maybe pay more where it is today, and maybe you're happy to do that and wait, but you might need to park your money for a couple of quarters at least. But I would want to be buying it now under $2 with this latest round of dilution. Let me share with you the information, and you can digest it yourself. Plug Power, 200 million stock offering is the latest chapter in liquidity. This is just out, just 15 minutes ago. Thank you, Leah, for my tea. Plug Power stock tumbles as offering prices at a 13% discount. It's not a 13% discount. There is some element of discount, but it's not a 13% discount. The stock is now devalued. It's gone down and overreacted. There's some discount here, but don't think it's now cheap because it's gone down. It's devalued. Shares of Plug Power tumbled in early Friday trading after the alternative energy company said it launched a 200 million stock offering following broader declines this year amidst questions about the state of its finances. In a filing late Thursday, which is trying to build out hydrogen energy, Plug, which is trying to build out hydrogen energy infrastructure, and they're doing a very good job at that, by the way. That includes production and storage, said it had cash and cash equivalents of approximately 62.4 million and restricted cash of approximately 956 million as of June 30th. Early Friday, the company said that the share offering priced at $2.54, which represents a 13% discount on Thursday's closing price of $2.92. Oh, hang on, we have a request here.
Donated £2.50 through a super chat. Stock review request, ticker, EC/stock, Ecopetrol, thumbs up.
Thank you, James. I'll come on to you in a moment. The value of the stock was 9.2 of Plug's Power market's capitalization of 2.17 billion at Thursday's close. Shares of Plug sank 16.4% in trading through Thursday, while the S&P 500 index has gained 16.2. Plug Power said it plans to use proceeds from the stock sale for general purpose, for general corporate purposes. That's a bit vague. Don't mind diluting the stock to build out the business, but not to pay wages and stuff like that and bonuses. We hope it's not that, but there we go. It also said it would give the offering's underwriters a 30-day option to buy up to 30 million in extra shares. Morgan Stanley is acting as the offering's book running manager. The company, in its most recent annual report in February, said it believed it had enough money to resolve earlier doubts about its ability to keep operating. Still, it has suffered losses for years and has cut jobs and costs. The company, as Barron's has noted, faces a hydrogen market that has yet to fully take off, and has also struggled to make sufficient amount of hydrogen on its own. Chief Executive Andy Marsh told Barron's that the company is losing money on each ton of hydrogen it has had to buy elsewhere amid the shortfall. Still, in May, Plug Power's surged after it said it landed a $1.6 billion conditional commitment for a Department of Energy loan guarantee. The company said it planned to use that long-awaited financial assistance to finance up to 6 green hydrogen production sites around the US. The loan guarantee will prove instrumental to grow and scale not only Plug's green hydrogen plant network, but the clean hydrogen industry in the United States, March said at the time. Now, my concern is, and we have to consider this now, let's look at the numbers before we talk about the concern. Revenue is 801. Let me zoom in a minute. 801. Oh, before I share that, I'll show you the intrinsic value. The intrinsic value is 4.31, would suggest undervalued, but there's no DCF valuation. We cannot rely on those numbers. I wish we could, but we can't. Net income is expected to increase. Operating income is expecting to increase. You can see it there. Revenue is expecting to increase considerably. Operating cash flow up 10%. All of this looks good. Balance sheet. 4.8 billion in assets, 1.9 billion in liability. So 50% is liability. If we look at cash, it's 172 million. We've got liabilities. Long-term debt is half a billion, 509.1. Long-term debt is 26. Now we're about to get interest rate cuts. That will be a major stimulus for Plug. That's a major stimulus for Plug. But their debt isn't out of control. If we scroll down, this is not a full review. Profitability is extremely low. We're not making any money, right? But they're not going to go bankrupt. Let's look at the short interest. We've got a short interest of 27.7. It's rising again. So with good news, this stock could rise. However, and we need to address quickly the elephant in the room. Last night, Donald Trump said, drill, baby, drill. He is focused on relighting the oil business. Will that affect hydrogen? I don't know. Honestly, I wish I had an answer. I don't know if Donald Trump will be pro this. If someone knows the answer to that, let me know. I don't know. But we do know he's more than likely to win the election. I'd say it's extremely likely. And we know he is pro-oil. I don't know what will happen to this. I wouldn't buy this stock unless it was under $2. I'd be waiting for further information. I'd rather pay $10 for it, knowing it's going to 100, than buy it for $2.49 and it could go to zero. Remember, the balance sheet is fine. The debt position is okay. They fixed a lot of those issues. We've got an overreaction. It comes down to what you think Donald Trump, a Republican Party, would do with this. I honestly don't know the answer to that question. So it remains to be seen. I would buy it under 2 if I was individual stock purchasing. I wouldn't buy it here. I would want to wait to get the earnings as we need. I'd rather pay more knowing it's fine. I do believe plug power and hydrogen is the future. But it depends in the short term what the new government are going to do, assuming that Donald Trump does win the election. So there's some unknowns. So what do you do right now? I don't know. I wouldn't be chasing it. It's an overreaction, but it's not a discount. It could go a lot lower. I wouldn't be buying it. I would not be buying this above $2, and I'd want to know more about Donald Trump's moves on it, and I'd also want to know more information, as will be covered in the earnings, and we will cover the earnings. The earnings is, and we're going to cover it live, is August the 7th at the moment. That date could change. Click above my head. I'll give you all the links down below in the description, over here and over here. I will cover the earnings. Join us live for that, and let's get more information to make an informed decision. Till next time, take care of yourselves and each other. I've just seen that Donald Trump's DJT has just dropped. His stock is being sold this morning. So make of that as you will. Right. Plug. Brandon is a cradle politician born to lie. Lance Brandon. I apologize. When you talk, I assumed you were talking about Branson. I don't know who Brandon is. I don't know about that. For one day, everybody in the world should put their weapons down and stop fighting. Then the world should all sit down together and share tea. Peace. I love this guy. James 007. Let me go and get my coffee. Or tea, or whatever it is. That's coffee, isn't it? Tea, is it? Right, thank you. Yeah, it's a cup of tea from Leah. Thank you, Leah. James, come on, mate. We've got reviews to do here as well. I've got to write someone's review down as well in a moment. James, the spotlight's on. Let's have a cup of tea. Cheers, mate. Okay. Let's come back to our main portfolio. We're green at the moment. I don't want to look at the market today. Sheesh. What do you think of Lilium as a long-term investment? Lilium is an interesting one. Khalid, we need to do an update on it. But I've done a review recently. Have you seen my review? Let me give it to you. Here we go. You can go and see what I think about it. Martyn Lucas. This is how you do it, by the way. If you go over to Martyn Lucas Investor and LILM, I think that was a stock ticker, wasn't it? There you go. There's my latest review. Oh, there you go. So if you do that, there's my latest one. We've got a latest chart. Sensei provided a chart. So let me give you this one. This is what you can do as well. So share. There's Sensei's latest chart. Of course, Sensei's back on Sunday. There is, I know, DJ, it does use more at the moment, but that will change over time. And here is my Lilium. Here we go. Here's one for you as well. These are my latest ones. Okay. There we go. Okay. I don't want to look. Energy production lowers inflation. Correct. I agree. Lance Strength. No new cars. He says it. No new wars. He says it every speech. No new wars. That's not what he said last night, though, and I can play you him saying it, and I'll be doing that later on. If I was an American, I would vote Trump. Joe Biden even don't know how to talk. Well, I agree. Joe Biden is very, very weak right now. I agree 100%. Exactly. He said no new wars. I will show you later on what he said, and once I've produced that video, we can discuss that. So I'm very happy to to be challenged and questioned and total, absolutely 100%. I'll always apologize if I'm wrong. I only ever say what I've seen as fact. So I will, if I'm wrong, I will say so. Inflation was very low under Trump, 1.6 due to energy production. I'll watch your full view on Trump later and take that to heart. David Ewan. Why are tech stocks so poor right now? Because we have a rotation. It's perfectly normal. It's perfectly acceptable. This could last for about 3 weeks, by the way. I'm not concerned. High tech quality will always rise above. This is an opportunity to buy more. We are Red in the studio. Let's go Red. There we are. The world was a much better place under Trump. Can't deny it. Okay? You're absolutely entitled to your opinion. I don't think the world was any different, to be honest. There's always been wars. Europe doesn't feel different, and it's always been this. There's always been wars in Africa. There's always been wars in Asia. I don't know if the world felt safer. America might feel the world felt safer, but from someone who's traveled the world, I don't see the world was safer. There's always been, we've been through many precarious situations as we are right now. I don't know how Donald Trump's going to end the war. I'd like to know how Donald Trump's going to end the war with Russia and Ukraine. He said he would end that straight away. I don't know how that's possible. I've traveled to Russia. I've met Russian people. I've been to Ukraine. I've been all over Europe. But I don't know how Donald Trump is going to stop the war in Ukraine. Because Ukraine don't want to concede any land to Putin, and Putin doesn't want to give up. I don't know how Donald Trump stops him from... I don't know. Maybe you could tell me. I'd love to know. He will lift the restrictions on oil and make millionaires overnight. Yes, I agree with that. I think you're right there. I think you're dead right there, John. 100% without a doubt. I've got no doubt about that. I think you are dead right there. 100%. I'm currently in the military and have deployed around. I'm currently in the military and have deployed around the world. It was much better under Trump. We're currently on the edge of World War III. I agree that we are potentially on the edge of World War III. However, we also need to keep control of what we say. When Iran invaded Israel, Donald Trump sent out to his Trump supporters. I have lots of friends on either side of the argument all around me here in Dallas. And I was shown an email from the office of Donald Trump, the electorate, the campaign organization. And they sent out an email, and I've shown it on the show before. Donald Trump said, and he put out an email saying when Iran invaded Israel, he said the United States would cease, and I quote, the United States would cease to exist within 48 hours. It caused a market crash of about 4%. As you know, I bought that crash. I bought that. And I still own those shares. That didn't happen. And nobody in the world thought America would end in 48 hours. He said that. That's an official statement from Donald Trump himself on an email. I've seen the email. I showed it on the show. So we are on the edge of World War III, but we probably have been for many, many years. And we could say it nearly all the time. Loaded another share or two of VU on the opening bell. Congratulations. Love him or hate him, everything was better under Trump. My life was the same. I can't comment. My life was the same. My life is down to me. My life has been built because of me, not because of Trump or Biden or anybody else. I don't know if my life was better or worse. If you say your life was better, how was it better? What made it better? I would like to know. Brandon is Biden. Let's go, Brandon. The rally. Oh, I see. Why do they say that then? Why do they say, let's go, Brandon, if he's Biden? I don't understand that. Would someone explain that to me? Only two choices, more of the same or change. So vote, will the people, says Stephen. Please talk to Asti stock price to continue down. I will be in contact with Asti, yes. Buying a ton of APLD while it's down over 8,100. It cracks me up that if you don't support Trump, you're somehow a leftist liberal. I'm far from right or left. Correct. I am. In fact, I don't even know what that means. I'm completely neutral. All I'm interested in is investing, helping people, reporting the news, telling the truth, giving everyone a voice. That's my job. I'm not either way. Right. We got, I'm trying to get through all the comments. I might have to go members only in a moment to filter out if we've got too many. James, a review. I've got my first review coming up for, well, in fact, I'll write this down now. Ticker, EC. Okay, let me write that down. Bear with me. I'm getting a bit overwhelmed now with the reviews. So just bear with me a second. This is EC, Eco Petrol, and that is James 007, $2.50. Okay, there it is on the list. Cheers, Martin. Morning hustle. Just a mini review is okay. Okay, mini review. Mini. Okay. Whoops a daisy. Okay. Wonder what he was talking about when he talked about the green scam. Yeah. Well, I'll be providing all this information later. Martin, Trump addressed his thought on oil alternatives last night. Martin addressed. Then I need to go back and check that, Steve. If you've got any information, Steve, send it in. Okay. Okay. I'm going to jump to the bottom of the comments now. There we go, because I was just getting too many. Right, here we go. We have an immediate review to do. Let me see where it was. This was for David and Son Cooks. Sorry, I keep forgetting your name. I'm sorry. I can only remember what I'm looking at the time. Are you here? I'm going to do your review now. Are you here? Are you here? Okay. Right. Okay. Let's get straight into it. SYTA. SYTA. Seattle Mobile. Excuse me. SYTA. There you go. Was I right or was I right? We've had CrowdStrike come back all morning, overreaction. So there you go. It's certainly right if you bought it this morning and traded it out. Definitely you made money, 100%. So I was right on that one. Okay. You could just hold it though. That's what I would probably do if I was buying it. Anyway, SYTA. Thank you, James. Right, Seattle Mobile. What have we got here? All right. All right. All right. Okay. Just getting everything ready for our next review. Has anybody ever taken a battery out of a MacBook Pro 2013 15-inch? Has anyone ever done that? Because the guy at the shop says I can take the battery out and it will still work. So I'm going to take the battery out. And basically, that's what I'm going to do. Sciatica Mobile. And hopefully it will work without a battery in it. That is the plan. Okay. Right. SYTA, Sciatica Mobile. Okay. So that must have been, Sciatica Mobile must have been up yesterday then. Why are they saying that? What day was that? 65, 71. Okay, that's interesting. Right, we've got that. Let's do a back test. Just preparing for this. And this is for one of our members. SYTA. SYTA. Sciatica Mobile. Boo. Okay, we're nearly there. I just have to prepare all my software, make sure it's all good. Bloody hell. Hell. See why you're looking at this. Okay. All right, we're ready. Let's do a review. So we'll go to this screen here. How far is SoFi down on the list? It was second. It's just gone to third because someone did a $10 super chat, but it'll be done today. It'll be done today. SoFi, Robbie Cooper, you don't need to do another super chat. It'll be done today. Okay? I'm going to do 3. So you'll be, you were second, you're third now. So I'm doing the first one now. So bear with me. Okay. Time is 1:24. 1:24. 1, 2, 4. Okay. Time for another stock review. This time we are talking Sayata Mobile, SYTA. If you're a member of my channel, you can get a review just like this from just $1. Absolutely. I'm here to help and support people. Remember, I only own the S&P. I'm not pumping and dumping stocks. I'm fully invested. All of my money, over 100 grand now, is in the S&P. I'm here 12 hours a day answering all your questions. This is a review of Sayata Mobile. In this review, we're going to take a deep dive at the stock, start nice and simple, and we're going to look at the intrinsic value. We're going to look at the balance sheet, the profit, the loss, who's buying, who's selling. We're going to take a further look here at the chart. If you want a full technical chart, join Sensei on his Sunday show on my channel, and he will do a full breakdown of the chart for you. Maybe you want the buy zone, the sell zone, support levels, resistance. He'll provide all of that. Join him on a Sunday show. Every Sunday, I'll give you the links below. We're going to cover the latest news. We're going to compare it to the S&P 500. All of that is coming up in this review. It also accompanies Meet the CEO series, where we invite CEOs onto the show who can talk and share their story to the world. So if you want to be part of that, I'll explain that as we go in the video. So first of all, tap the like button if you like the most honest, real, live, unedited, as it happens review. I'm reviewing it live for the first time, looking at it. No edits, nothing changed. This is exactly as I do it live, made during a live show. Smash the like button, and I'm here on my own, running it all. This is just real reaction. Okay, so let's start with Sayata Mobile. What is it? So let's start in a nice basic form and take a look at this. So here we go. This is Sayata Mobile. You can see it started here in 2020, and obviously it's had reverse splits because it wasn't $4,900 a share. That happens when a stock reverse splits. A reverse split is not a good thing. It's when the stock falls below $1 for a period of time. It has to then reverse split. 9 times out of 10, when a stock reverse splits, it ends badly. 9 times out of 10. It's not a good sign. A forward split is when a stock gets too expensive for options, and they want to encourage more people to buy using options and things like that. So they will do a forward split. That's a good thing. This is a negative thing. It was never $9,700 a share. Absolutely not. Today, we are 61 cents. Okay. What is the company? Sayata Mobile engages in the provision of cellular communication systems for enterprise customers. It specializes in connected vehicle products for professional fleets. So this is going to be a limited customer base, not a global base. Market under the Uniden, I beg your pardon, Uniden Cellular and Sayata brands. Show more. Yes, please, show us more. The firm operates through the following geographical segments. In Europe, the Middle East, Africa, United States, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. The company was founded by Mark Seelenfreund, or I hope I pronounced that correctly, on October 15, 1986. And headquartered in Canada. So it's been around a long time. It's only recently, over the last few years, gone public. It's been around for quite a while. Okay, that's interesting. They obviously wanted to raise funds, and the company didn't explode when they went public. In fact, it went the other way. So far, not good news. The listed name for the company is SYTA, Seattle Mobile, headquartered in Quebec, 1986. There we go. If you're buying it on margin, it's 100%. That means it's very risky, as risky as it could be if you're borrowing money on margin to buy the stock. Market cap 2.98 million. A very, very small company. However, that would suggest then that if my review is positive, or even if it's negative, I would imagine this stock will rank on our channel, probably number one if I do one or two videos. So that's interesting. Also, on top of that, if it's a bullish review, the stock can be moved. It's not my intention to do that. I'm not here to manipulate stock. I only own the S&P. What I am here to do is provide accurate information for my members. But when a stock is this small, definitely a million, 2.98, possibly we could move it. But anyway, let's go through it. Negative price to earnings ratio. The price to the earnings is negative. You're losing money. No dividend yield, obviously. Average volume, 4.94 million. Okay, it's got low volume. Today's volume is 447. Now, volume is important. High volume means the stock is actively traded. Low volume means it's very hard to sell a stock. Now, you might go, well, I can sell my stock straight away. You can, but it means the price has dropped potentially because there's no one buying. So that's what brings the price down, okay? So a low volume stock, you can end up getting stuck in. Just bear that in mind, at least for the price that you want to sell. Now, as we can see, the earnings is interesting. It was losing vast amounts of money, and it has improved. This is very, very good news. This is good news. So now the swingometer is moving a little bit more towards buying because we have rapidly increased our performance on earnings. Q3, we beat on expectations. Q4, we underperformed, but we seem to be trending upward. The next earnings for this is August the 12th. If one of my members does a super chat above $10, I will cover the earnings for this. If you want me to cover the earnings for it, it is after hours, if I'm able to, August the 12th. Let me look down my bookings. Have I got August the 12th available? August the 12th, potentially it would be done on our extra channel because it looks like we're doing Rumble. On the main channel, on the extra channel, Sensei could cover this. If we get a $10 super chat, we'll cover the earnings for this. At the moment, we have a spot available. Earnings is very, very important. Who's buying the stock? That's a concern. Mullen. It's being bought by Mullen investors. These are very, very volatile investors. They're gamblers. They're buying a stock with no value whatsoever. That means there's volatility here. SNDL, this sector will explode with legalization, but we're not there yet. Very volatile. Camber Energy, very low level stock. Exceller Technologies, I'm not familiar with it. AMC, I haven't done a review for a while, so I can't comment. But we can see AMC, again, was the whole, there was a big, I can't remember the name of it now, but there was a big push online. I think it was Matt Kors, wasn't it? Matt Kors on Rumble was getting behind this stock, and it gets on Reddit and stuff. So the stock is very volatile. So far, it's not the sort of stock that I would want to touch. It's too limited on its audience who might want this. Financially, it hasn't performed well. It's obviously very volatile, which means you can trade the stock, but it's always trading down. So you can be very, very careful. But anyway, we don't know much about it yet. That's why we're going to carry on looking. So let's go into it. Tap the like button if you like this so far. Let's go. Now, we'll start off with looking at some latest news on the stock. Let's go over to this screen. You can see the volatility on the chart here. The candles get very, very big, very, very aggressive trading here. Straight away, that would scare me because it's not being invested in, it's being traded, and it's being traded downward. Let's look at the latest news on the stock. News like this is a concern. Again, this is manipulation. Remember, a lot of people that report on stocks are paid to do so. I do this for free. Yes, I get a super chat from a member, but I'm not paid by the company to do this or promote it in any way whatsoever. Why Sayata Mobile stock is exploding higher? You'd be a bit confused there, wouldn't you? You're looking at the stock thinking exploding higher. What on earth are we talking about? I mean, where is the exploding higher? Well, we're talking about that moment there, from 67 to 72. Yes, there's some movement there. However, that when you look at the bigger picture, it's a ripple on the ocean. Of course, it presents opportunity for scalp trading, but be very careful. We need to do more research. Let's read the news and what they try to say over this. Sayata Mobile shares are trading higher by 4.5%. I wouldn't say exploding higher was 4.5%. I've had days on the S&P that can do that without the fear of it all going to zero. During Thursday's session, this was yesterday, after the company announced new orders for its SD7 handsets and related accessories valued at more than 4.5 million. Now, 4.5 million is very significant when we know that the company's only worth, what was it? 2.72. That's the market cap. But let's remember, 4.5 million is the order. They might make $1 million profit. We'll find out what the margins are in a minute. That's what's important, not how much value the order is. It's how much the profit is. We'll come on to that in a minute. CEO Mark Seidenfreund expects record sales. Now, Mark, we'd love to welcome you onto the show. If you'd like to be on our show, we have a Meet the CEO series. I never sell my services. I never contact you or anything like that. It's done through my investors, your investors, people that buy your stock. So if you want to get Mark on the show, email customer relations, investor relations on their website. Tell them about you're an investor. Tell them about you love their company. You've obviously bought it and would love to see them on the show. We can rank them on YouTube. The world can learn about their stock and do that. Get a relationship with them. When they reply to you, then you can pass them on to me or copy me in at martyn@martynlucas.com and we'll get them on the show and they will certainly get their voice to the world. Mark expects record sales in third quarter of 2024. Citing strong distribution channels and increasing adoption of the SD7 handset through relationships with leading US carriers and their distributors. We'll look at the product in a minute, bear with me. The company has also appointed TJ Kennedy to its advisory board. Kennedy, the former president of FirstNet, brings extensive expertise in public safety broadband networks. Mark Seidenfreund, Sayata's CEO, highlighted that Kennedy's industry knowledge will success will aid Sayata in strategic thinking, operational execution, and sales strategy, enhancing their presence in the public safety market. Okay, good news, but we'll look at the margins in a minute. You could think that was a good opportunity then. So why is the stock down today? Well, people traded on the news of it. Let's look at the actual fundamentals of it in a few moments. All right, we'll come on to that. Right. We've also got this news. This was just a couple of weeks ago. Sayata announces pricing of approximately 6 million public offering of common shares and pre-funded warrants. Now, of course, this is raising more money. This isn't good. This is why the stock has been trending down recently. And then we got the announcement of the potential sales. So stocks, there's more shares to be issued here. That's not good. That's called dilution. That means that's why the stocks have gone down. And that's the latest news there. We're not going to, well, we can compare it to the S&P, of course, but there's really no point here. If in 2021 you put $10,000 in the S&P, you're now worth 15 grand. $10,000 in this company is now worth $1. Serious amounts of losses if you invested just a couple of years ago. Those that bought at the time won't be too happy, will they? There's no macro conditions. There's no COVID play. There's nothing like that. There's just all-out price destruction. Let's now look at the numbers and see if this business can make sense. So far, I didn't show you the website, did I? Here's the website. The new way, the two-way, a B2B, so business to business, global developer and vendor of next generation push-to-talk. So it's like a little walkie-talkie. Do we need this? Is there a need for this? Over cellular handsets and accessories. Our portfolio of rugged PTT, push-to-talk handsets and accessories enables responders and enterprise workers to instantly communicate over a nationwide cellular network of choice to increase situational awareness and save lives. So essentially, what we've got here is a walkie-talkie radio system that is using cellular services. So if you've got a walkie-talkie and you want to go, hey, hello, come on in, emergency, whatever, like the police, like like emergency services, you've got to be in a certain range and so on and so forth. You're using cellular towers to be able to do that. I can see the need for that. I can see a use case for that. I think that sounds pretty cool. If I instantly wanted to, if my wife had one of those and I have one of those and I press the button, straight away, instantly, I'm speaking. I don't dial her, I don't text her, I'm speaking instantly. You could argue you could just phone someone. The point is, a radio, when you broadcast, everyone can hear that. So let's say I had a team of people working and I went, hello, everyone hears me instantly. It's an instant call, instant, I like that. I think that's a useful tool. And using the cellular network, I like that rather than just radio. I like that. I'd buy one myself. I think it's pretty cool. If the company want to give me one, I would love to have one of those. I think that would be great. I can see a need for that. Right. Let me now go and look at the business. If you're liking this so far, please tap the like button and consider subscribing. Now then, it says here we're undervalued by 100%. That's the highest you can go to. Apparently it's worth 181. Don't take that as read. It doesn't have a meaningful market cap. There's not enough information here. We saw this for Fisker. Fisker was worth $400. It went bust. People will look at that and think, brilliant, $181 intrinsic value. There's not enough information to use that as a guide. Now then, this is where it gets interesting. So far, I wasn't that interested. Now I like the product and I would buy one myself. I was thinking it was, well, it is enterprise really. However, a family, but I mean, you'd use a phone for that. But working environment, for me in a theatre with 20 staff running around a theatre or people working on a building site, straight message, everybody, I like it. I think it's good. You could use a radio for that, but I could see the limits to a radio. Anyway, revenue, March 24, 8.8 million, up 7%. Great. we have a potential S-curve. We don't see that very often. Is it a new technology, a new way of doing things? I like it. We have a potential S-curve. I like it. I would buy one of these. Operating income up 13%. Now, again, this is only estimates, but we're expecting a massive S-curve rally in the future. And we are up 13%. It's been devalued. It's raised funds. Already done that. You wouldn't have wanted to buy it a few years ago, but maybe now. Net income up 16%. Financing cash flow down 23%. Investing cash flow negative 27%. That's good. That's a positive. That's one of the higher numbers. Operating cash flow up 24%. That's good. Balance sheet. How much money have they got? 14.3 million. So they have assets of 14.3 million, but we are a market cap of 2.7 million. There's $500,000 in cash. So on paper, we are undervalued. 7.3 million in liabilities. We've got long-term debt of only $333,000. Short-term debt, $500,000. So we don't have massive amounts of debt, which is good and bad. Good because we don't have a lot of debt compared to our assets and our cash, but interest rates coming down isn't going to help us. It'll help us a bit, obviously, and they can borrow more money and might be able to get more capital and so on and so forth. But that's interesting. That order they've got, if we see the margins in a moment, is good. They could pay them. They could earn enough money to clear their debts. So that's good. All right, there's the pie chart. Let's look at the margins. Gross margin, 34%. The gross margin is 34%. But we're interested in the net margin, right? That's when they sell the product, they make a 34% profit. That's what the gross margin is. But the net margin is after running expenses, what they really make. Well, the net margin is negative at the moment. FCF margin is negative, 91%. ROCE down 99%, ROIC down 89%, and ROA down 72%. ROE is down 112%. Profitability, 29. Could have been a lot lower than that. That could increase shortly. Solvency. They're not going bust. Decent solvency, 48. It's only a couple of points away from a green. It's not red. Amber's turning green. Solvency, they're not going bust. They've got a bit of cash. Debts aren't out of control. They've raised some money. It's looking all right. If the next earnings is good and they can solidify this order, they could do all right. What about the Wall Street targets? None available. No one's really paying attention to it. That can be good. Can be bad as well, but it could be good. No one's paying attention. There are no analysts, Wall Street analysts have done targets for this. There's nothing. I could see the potential in this. There's the competition. If you are using my software, all my members can use the software for free, limited, or if you become a member of my channel, you can use, you get a discount, and it'll basically make my membership for free. Highly recommend you use it like that. That's how I use it. I think it's great. Great software. Probably the best software out there for doing this sort of thing. What about short interest? Percent of shorts of shares shorted, 10.9%. So there's not enough for a short squeeze, but there's not massive amounts of shorts either. That could you're not going to get a short squeeze with that number. Plus, you need the volume. But there's obviously negativity towards it, which is bringing the stock down. People are betting against it. So this stock could rally quite easily with a bit of good news. People just give up. There's no other sentiment than that. There's no inside selling, no inside buying, nothing like that. Interesting stock, this one. So what are my thoughts on it? Well, let's give my final thoughts on this stock. Is this a buy, a sell from me, or whatever? After reading into it, I like the idea of a radio that is on cellular. I can see the use for that. I could see how that could expand. I would need to know if they've got patents and patents on this, and that's why we want the CEO on the show. Someone could arrange that. It'd be great to have them on the show. Learn more about their protection of the business. They have got some great expectations. Wall Street is not paying any attention to it. It's not getting any attention on YouTube or online. No one knows about this stock. I'm sure we will do very well on this one and could get a lot of attention, and the company could benefit greatly by being on the show. They're not going bust. They've already diluted. They've already raised funds. They've got new customers coming in. This is a potential buy. Again, I don't buy individual stocks because that would make me impartial and biased toward the stock, and I don't do that. I only own the S&P. However, I can see some potential for this one. I would like further investigation, get the CEO on the show, and keep my eye on it. There you go. If we get any news, if you are a follower of this stock, send it in links for YouTube. We want 2 or 3 more videos, and we'll rank #1 in the world for it. And we could be the spokespeople for Sayata Mobile. So I need some news. If you are an investor and you see news on it, let me know, and I'll post it and I'll make videos on it. If you want me to cover the earnings, I will. There you go. A potential buy, room for further investigation. Click above my head for Alpha Spread, all the links, martynlucas.com. You scroll down, martynlucas.com, all links, and you'll find the link to Alpha Spread. I'll also put it below. I will also create a playlist for this company now, and you can follow latest news and so on and so forth. Over here, I'll put my full Alpha Spread playlist. Down here, I'll put the playlist for Sayata Mobile. There we go. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. All right. How was that? That was for keep forgetting his name. It's difficult to remember the name because it's not his real name, and I get confused. Dads and Son Stocks or something. Cooks. Dads and Son Cooks. I think it is. Anyway, there you go. Let's read the comments that I might have missed. Stephen warned him, hopefully a 2x maybe or higher on TPET. Links for YouTube. Have we got anything there? Robbie Cooper. Yes, Alpha Spread. The links below in every video. You want the link? Here's the link. Here is my link for it. Alpha Spread. As a member, you can get the premium plan, and you get a discount on it as well, which is better than anyone else can offer you. My yacht at the moment is about 16 foot with a 40 HP motor on the back. Very nice. Right. Okay. Next review. Before I do my next review, let's see if I'm going to buy more S&P today. Let's have a look. VU 506. We're down very slightly today. Let's have a look. I just bought more at 506. No, not buying anything today. It's not down low enough to buy anything else today. Will you think that plug recover within a short time through $200 million stock sale? Do I think it will recover? We need to know more information from the earnings. I don't think you should be gambling and jumping the gun unless it goes below $2. It hasn't recovered today. It's carried on going down. Like I said, I wouldn't be jumping on this yet. It needs to go below $2. Then there's opportunity, but I would rather wait and find out more information about the company on the earnings than just blindly buy it. That would be my thought on that. Okay. So then, let's do my next review. Tilray, Mr. Links for... Tilray, Mr. Mankey, links for YouTube. Right, Tilray, links for YouTube. This was put in yesterday. There it is. Thank you very much, Mr. Mankey. That's not really any news I can really use, though. Plans for me. Yeah. Hang on. Is that anything there? No. I can't use that, I'm afraid. There's not enough information there. Okay. Nothing else in links for YouTube, so I'll take that one off the list. Okay, let's have a look. Fisker, FSR. Let's scroll down here. FSR. Let's just cover this briefly. Fisker to 0. So let's go 1 hour 57. 1:57. Okay. Let's check if we've got any news there. FSRNQ. Right. Okay. FSRNQ. Update this. Okay. Okay. Let's have a quick update on this one, just very briefly. Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor. Fisker, FSRNQ. It's now officially zero. It's still available on Robinhood. You can't trade it, you can't buy it, you can't sell it. Most brokerages, same thing, but it still exists. It's showing on my account because I used to own it at one point or another, but there it is. It's now officially zero. There is some information here, and Henrik Fisker dropped salary to $1 to keep Fisker bankruptcy case alive. Can you believe we're still having a conversation about Fisker? Fisker is bankrupt. It's zero. Doesn't exist. However, there's paperwork and admin to tie up. It's sitting there. I don't think anyone has the opportunity to buy it or sell it or anything else for that matter, even though it's showing up here. But this is a Reuters claim here. I have to say this, even though it made it to Reuters, they're not verifying their own news story, which is fascinating in itself that Reuters have announced it on their website, even though they don't verify it. So, are you still in Fisker? I'd love your comments below. I'd love to have a debate with you or what you think about this. But officially, Fisker now is at zero. And allegedly, according to Henrik Fisker, all hopes are still alive. So technically, I suppose, if you scroll down here, I wonder what the market cap would be. It says the market cap is 2.58 million. Of course, because it's not completely zero, there's decimal points, you can buy the entire company for 2.58 million. Be interested to see how this story plays out if Henrik Fisker makes a reappearance, but it's not technically 000. There is a 0.0017 at the end of that. I wish everybody the best. I'd love to know your thoughts on this, but it's official. Fisker is zero, even though it's not official. And Henrik Fisker is still around, paying himself $1 to run the business. What do you reckon? Tap the like button if you like this message. I don't know what there is to say about it. Subscribe and ring the bell. The time has come and gone, but I thought it was worth mentioning. Until next time, above my head, down here, over here, and over here. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Right. Thank you for sending that in. If you want to get anything from the shop, 20% discount applies until July the 26th. If you pay $5 super chat, that's our best ever discount, by the way. If you do a $5 super chat, I will customize it for you. If you want me to put your name on a mug or a t-shirt or whatever, $5, I will do that for you. And you'll get also 20% off the price of anything you buy in the shop. There's the link until the 26th of July. Right, my next review. So my next review is Texas Pacific Land Corporation. This is for Polu. He's at the top of the list. And then we have SoFi. David Ewan. If you want me to do a review for you, you have a couple of choices. As a member, you can have a review. If you do a $1 super chat, it will be at the bottom of the list. There's about 10 in the list. If you do above, hang on. If you do above $6 or more, you'll be right now, instantly. If you do below $5, you will be after Texas Pacific, after SoFi after another 4 or 5. So you'll be about 5th down the list if you do under $5, above 4, but below 5. Makes sense, right? Or above 5, you'll be done straight away. So do you have a full review? Oh, I beg your pardon. Do you have, I saw it said, could you do it? I beg your pardon. Do you have a full review on APLD? Let me have a look. Right, I've not got one on the list. I have been asked to cover the earnings, I believe. But let me have a look. Do I have a review? Let me have a look. What you do is this. I'll share with you how you do it yourself. You go into YouTube. You type in the search bar, Martyn Lucas Investor, APLD. And if I have, it'll come up. Have I done one? Applied, yes. Applied blockchain. Oh, sorry, I wasn't sharing you what I was doing then. I apologize for that. Yes, 5 months ago. A very popular video, 40 times our average. Applied blockchain. Yes, I have. A very popular video. There you go. I've done 2. Yeah, I've done 2. There's one. I'll give you the link for it. Share. Copy. There you go. There you go. There is my applied digital blockchain review. There you go. I did it there recently. Okay, let's carry on. We're going to do our next review. This is for Polu. And it is Texas Pacific Land Corporation. Let's try and find it. Texas Land, Texas Pacific Land. There you go. Texas Pacific Land. I'm guessing it's out of Texas, right? TPL. 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 Texas Pacific Land. Texas Pacific Land. I always hate when I end up on the wrong screen. There we go. That's better. Texas Pacific Land. Texas Pacific Land. Let's load it up. TPL. TPL. Texas Pacific Land. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, that's useful. Okay, that's useful. Texas Pacific Land Real Estate Company, TPL. This looks familiar. Oh, funny feeling I've done this before. Okay. That's what I want. That's interesting. Okay, we got that. We got TPL. TPL. Texas Pacific. Right. Excellent. Really? Hang on, that's not right. Hang on a minute. Just bear with me. Just loading it all up. TPL, Texas Pacific, 100%. What's going on here? This isn't what we want. There we go. That's better. Right. Okay. $10 from 2015. Wow. Some growth here. We need to know if it pays a solid dividend though as well. So let's have a look at that. David, I wasn't looking at your comments. David, I'll watch them today. I probably already watched them. I've watched hundreds of your reviews already. David, that's very nice of you. Thank you. Anyone else have Avgo brought 200 shares in the stock split, patiently waiting for their stock price to come back? I guess that's a no. Avgo. I don't. I don't have Avgo. Don't forget to use Discord as well. You might get some information there. So TPL, Texas Pacific. If they pay a regular dividend, this looks very interesting. $12. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18, 19. Okay, it's once a year. That's interesting then. Okay. Right. Okay, here we go. Let's do this one. Another review. I think what I'll do is I'll take a few minute break to go and stretch my legs, have some cereal, and I'll be right back with your next review. I want to do SoFi as well, so I'm doing 3 reviews as well today. So let me do that. So let me. I think I've already got one, haven't I? Set up. I've already got this one set up. I'll see you back in a few minutes then with your next review, and I'll be right back. Just give me a few minutes, stick with me, and if you've not tapped the like button, please do, and I'll see you back in a few minutes for your next review. I'm going to do 2 more, this one and SoFi. Don't go away. Okay, we're back. Thank you very much. I had a little break there and some breakfast. So good to go again with our next review. Let me just catch up with the questions if there were any. Back into my stocks. Yeah, David Ewan, what are you all into other than the stock market? I'll start to have a ton of bonsai trees, a koi pond, and a few fish tanks. I used to have several marine tanks. I used to have marine fish. I used to propagate coral. So I was into all of that. But yeah, it was a very expensive time trying to keep all the fish alive. And let's go and grab that. Thank you, Leah. Yeah, very expensive time that was. Nice cup of coffee ready to rock and roll. More reviews lined up. Let's get to it. Now then, before we start this one, I'm all set for it. I think I've got the website. Yes, I have got everything ready to go. We've got a bit of a crash again today. So let's have a look. The S&P 504 now. So I bought 506. We're now down to 504. Yeah, it's getting increasingly more serious. Let's have a look at the main portfolio. You can see it there. We're down on the week now, 3%. We're now down on the month as well. Now, of course, that is exaggerated. It's best for me to actually look on the S&P itself. We're down a week. Yeah, we're also down the month as well on the the month. 3 months. We're still up. It's quite a drop now though. So if we look at the top of that, that's 13%. We lost 3%, basically. Well, the most we're going to get is 10. So there could be another 7% in it. So I can't really just keep buying. I mean, it's fine to buy, but I'm using margin to do it. So it's only dropped. I just bought some more at 506. We're now at 504, 505. It's not really enough. But everyone's down. It's a tough one, but it isn't really. It's not tough at all. It's just patience. You just got to wait. Anyway, let's get on with this review. TPL. TPL. Okay. My photos are in Discord. I'll take a look at that. I'm down today. Bye. Yes. You just got to be just balanced about it. Just take advantage of it. Absolutely right. That's the only way you make money on the stock market, is to buy when it's down. Good quality assets that are oversold. So I'll do this review, and then I will have a look if I'm going to buy some more, but it'll have to go down a bit more before I buy any more. Just can't afford to keep buying. We've all got limits. No matter how rich you are, you can't just buy infinitely. Right. I mean, that's just, otherwise everybody would own everything and it would go up to a gazillion. It would just never stop, would it? It wouldn't work. You know, it's just a transference of wealth, really. That's how it works. Okay. Let's do my next review then. Here we go. Time for another... Oh, hang on a minute. I didn't write the time down. So the time is... 2 hours 40. Two hours 40. Let me cut that out there. Cut that out there. Do that there. All right. All right, all right, all right. Okay, I think we are set. I know the feeling. I was up 14 grand on APLD, and now only up 1,500. But if you believe in the business, though, David Ewan, you decided that you didn't want to sell it and take profit. You own the business, and you're happy with that. That's fine. Only sell if you don't believe in it. But then why would you believe in it? Why would you buy it if you didn't believe in it? And let the business do its work. Let it earn money and return you as an investor. I don't buy anything I can't own for 10 years, or in my case, forever. Otherwise, why am I buying it? All right. Anyway, but made 8,400 on AEIs today. I was up 10 grand, but sold. Okay, great. I mean, profit is profit. Nothing wrong with that. When I used to trade a lot, I'll take profits anywhere. I mean, profit is profit. MTDR at 58. Share, I have 3,036. How's MTDR doing today? I've got to start this review for TPL, otherwise I'm going to get sidetracked. So let me get straight into that. Time for another stock review, this time Texas Pacific Land. Can we make money? Turn on the money printer. Let's get straight into it. Let's look over the numbers and decide if this is a stock we can make money on. So let's get straight into it. And just so you know, I only own the S&P. I'm not here to pump and dump stocks. I am here to provide a service to my members. If you're a member of my channel, you can book a review for just $1. And it'll be on the list, or you can pay a little bit more and it'll go straight to the top. It's entirely up to you. And we also have a Meet the CEO series as well. So we would love to meet the CEO and discuss the whole business. So in this review, tap the like button if you like this sort of content. It's the most honest review, real review you're ever going to get. I'm not sponsored by anyone or paid by anyone. I get a super chat from a member to cover it, but not from the company. Anyway, let's look at it. This is the overall chart. It's a very interesting one, this. We're going to look at the overall chart. We're going to look at the balance sheet, the profitability, the intrinsic value, the financials, the inside trading, who's buying, who's selling. We're also going to take a look at some latest news, latest trends, the website, all kinds of stuff, how it compares to the S&P as well. You'll be fascinated by this one. This really is a fascinating stock. So you're about to find out a lot with this stock, and it could be one to buy. We shall see. Very, very interesting. Anyway, without further ado, let's get straight into it. So let's start at the very, very beginning and go over to here. What is it, first of all? Texas Land Pacific, $811 is where we are today. And over the maximum period that we have here, from 2000 to today, we're up 10,300%. Look at that for growth. Indeed, huge, 210 over the last 5 years. So the main growth was in the early years. We were 1,000% profit in the first couple of years here on this chart here. But anyway, over the last day, it's been down. The last week, it's up 3.81. Over the month, it's up nearly 5%, up 38% over the last 3 months. So it's growing nicely, consistently going up. There does seem to be buying and selling opportunity along the journey. There is some volatility, but not much. Generally trending upwards. Looks very nice indeed. Look at that. You buy here, sell here, you buy here. So, I mean, real opportunity, or you're just holding it. But anyway, this also comes with a dividend as well. So lots to talk about on this stock. So we've got growth plus a dividend. That's a perfect thing, right? If it all goes well. Texas Pacific Land operates as a landowner in the state of Texas. Its surface and royalty ownership allow revenue generation through the entire value chain of oil and gas development, including through fixed fee payments to use of the firm's land, revenue for sales of materials used in construction of infrastructure, providing sourced water and treated produced water, revenue from its oil and gas royalty interest, and revenues related to saltwater disposal on land. The firm also generates revenue from pipeline. This could be interesting coming up with what Donald Trump's going to do if he wins the election, which he probably will. Power line and utility easements, commercial leases, material sales, and seismic and temporary permits related to a variety of land uses, including midstream infrastructure projects and hydrocarbon processing facilities. It operates through the Land and Resources Management and Water Services and Operations segment. The Land and Resource Management segment focuses on managing oil and gas royalty interests and surface. The Water Services and Operations segment refers to the full service water offerings to operators in the Permian Basin through Texas Pacific Water Resources, a single-member Texas limited liability company owned by the company. The company was founded in 1871, headquartered in Dallas. So this is a stock with history, a stock with potential growth with what we're seeing now with Donald Trump. This looks very, very interesting indeed. A lot of people moving to this area. I know, I live here. So there's growth here. 100 employees, very, very small amount of employees, founded in 1871, so it's got history. Margin requirement, very low risk if you're buying it on margin, all good so far. 18 billion is the market cap, okay, so a reasonable sized company. Price to earnings ratio 43 times earnings, so it might not necessarily be cheap, but cheap isn't always good. Dividend 0.55%, but we've got massive growth as well, so looking good there. Average volume 106,000. Wow, which means people don't trade it, it just gets owned. Volume today 18,000. 106,000 on a market cap of 18.8. Wow. No one, I always like volume, but in a stock that's climbing, don't need volume. It's just buying and owning and holding. That's very interesting. That shows some stability there. Okay, let's scroll down. For this little bit of information, I'm going to go over to this view. It presents a better way of showing you. 52-week high 834, 52-week low 467. It's so huge amounts of movement there, but in the upward direction, that's okay. Robinhood, right? Trading trends. As you can see, majority is buying. Our customers, this is on Robinhood, sell volume percentage increased by 25% versus the last trading day. This is not investment advice. That was just in the last trading day, increased by 25%. That's sell volume. Okay, as you can see the little red line at the end. What about hedge funds? Okay, there's been some selling going on here. More than there is. Q1, let me just read this here. Q1 24 hedge fund owners of TPL increased by, hedge fund ownership increased by 3.62 thousand shares versus Q4. Okay, hedge funds. Let's see who's in here. We can get an idea who's in. And we can see we've had a sell there from Mad River Investors. They sold just 253 shares, down a 0.25%. But we've got a majority seem to be buying. We've got Spence Asset Management, 361 shares, up 2.41. Total shares now 15,000. We've got Wedge Partners. They've sold some here. Let's have a look at what this is. 431, down 3%. So a good spread here. A new position from Gotham Asset Management. They've just opened a position, 1,000 shares in Q1 24. That's interesting. Okay, let's have a look at insiders. Okay, insiders. Let's have a look. All buys, informative buy. What this means, let's have a look. Shares bought on the open. Oh, shares bought on the open market. Okay, only a few, but nevertheless, people buying. July 18th, that was yesterday. Just 3 shares, just buying. 10% owner, 10% owner. Horizon Kinetics. Buy. They're just buying all the time by the looks of things. Yeah. Okay. They're just consistently buying. Okay. So there's the inside trading. Let's come back out of there. The earnings, and we'll come back over to this screen now, I think would be better. The earnings, as we can see here, it is trending up consistently, steadily. I like a business like that. Steady growth. Bit like Coca-Cola, kind of. Not exactly. But steady business as usual, climbing. It's making money, and it's outperformed the market in Q4 there, you can see. Outperformed in Q1, now, which is good, moving up. We've got an earnings coming up on August the 7th. If anybody wants me to cover the earnings, if you are a member of the channel and you do a super chat of at least $10, I can cover the earnings for you. And that's very, very important to learn about the stock. August the 7th. Do I have that slot available? August the 7th after hours. It doesn't look like I do, but I do have on the extra channel a spot available. If anybody wants to do a $10 super chat, we can put it on our extra channel with Sensei. So yes, it is possible we can cover that earnings if you want me to, but it's the first person to book that in if you do. Right, let's scroll down. Who else are we owning the stock with? This is important. Costco, solid, great company. Visa, great. Chevron, Exxon, Walmart, Berkshire Hathaway, all the money. So stability, good investors, no scammers, no gamblers, good quality here. Very, very good quality. I like it so far. Is it a buying opportunity though? Well, let's go and have a look. So tap the like button if you like this so far and consider subscribing if you do. We're going to share with you now some further information before we come on to the numbers, the big numbers in a moment. Let's first of all look at, let me just shut that down. There we go. The S&P. If you put 10, this is back in 2015, how far we can go back. 2015 in the S&P, you've 3x your money. You've got $31,000. Not bad, right? Okay. Well, 10,000 would have returned you 207. And that is with reinvesting the dividends. Wow. What a growth that is. Is it likely to carry on? Well, we're going to find that out in a minute. Some gain that is. It's pretty stable as well. If you look at it, it trends, it sort of just exaggerates the S&P. It follows it. There was COVID. There's the COVID play, look. But as you can see, it grows with the S&P, just exaggerates everything and just grows up even higher. Incredible, incredible. So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing, a solid, real company. And with what we've got with Elon Musk moving into Texas, SpaceX offices, more potential solar fields, land in Texas is going to go up, Donald Trump oil. This could be a very, very interesting stock, this one. Let's look at the dividends. So from 2012, 25 cents. This looks like it pays yearly. Yes, it pays yearly. 25 cents, 27, 29, 31, 35, $1, 105, $3, 175. That's the first drop. Otherwise, it was consistent. 4.25, $10, $6, $10, $10. And you need to be in by the, that's 2020, beg your pardon. That's 2020. We've not had any dividends since then. We had dividends until 2020. We've stopped, but now I believe there's dividends coming again. So they're playing it very well. They paid dividends in the early years. The stock then grew massively between 20 and where we are today. And if we go back to the chart, we'll see from 20. Let's have a look for 2020, which is there. Right? We had this massive growth. They stopped paying dividends. Wouldn't matter, would it? Wouldn't matter. Now, because we're up here, I think it can carry on so far anyway. They're now going to introduce a dividend again, which is very interesting. They obviously want to keep you in the stock and reward its shareholders. So let me go over now to that, and then we'll do the numbers. Anyway, there's the chart today. Texas Pacific, an atypical real estate growth stock. This is a report just done a couple of days ago. I usually do not start with the history of a company to present my investment thesis, but Texas Pacific Land Corp, TPL, is such an atypical enterprise that it's better to start from the beginning. Its historical background explains its current business model. Very, very important. Founded in 1871, Texas and Pacific Railway Company was created through a federal charter to build a railway through a railway that would link East Texas to the Pacific Ocean in California, crossing Arizona and New Mexico. The company never completed the full line and had to file for bankruptcy in 1888. As a way to compensate the bondholders that invested in the railroad, the vast amounts of land, 3.5 million acres in Texas, were put in public trust for the benefit of those bondholders. Okay? Can you imagine how land has gone up since then? Bloody hell. The trust was later named Texas Pacific Land Trust, which is now known as Texas Pacific Land Corporation. A few decades later, the first oil well was drilled in 1920 and began many decades later, and again many decades later, 2010. Lands owned by the trust were going to be the subject of oil production revolution. Shale oil extraction. It is no coincidence that the stock price started to rise in 2010. Makes sense. The company's business model is, simply put, the holding of strategic lands and receiving royalties on every economic activity that happens on these properties. Very simple business. I like it. Texas is expanding. People are moving here. Donald Trump, more oil, more drilling. They make money when Texas is basically worked on, is drilled on, is developed on. Very good. That's very good. I like it. What a great business model. And if Elon Musk puts solar farms all over Texas, boy, Texas Pacific Land is often wrongly considered an energy company. While it derives most of its revenue from oil and gas production, the company does not produce a single barrel of it. It's first and foremost a real estate company that holds vast amounts of land across Texas, particularly in the oil-rich Permian Basin. So basically, if you buy this company, you are buying land across Texas. I like that idea. The Permian Basin is the largest producing oil field in the United States, with 1.6 million barrels of oil produced per day. It holds an estimated 50 billion barrels of oil, the largest, second largest in the world. It previously had a decline since 1970s, but unconventional oil production methods, i.e. fracking, have boosted shale oil extraction in the region since 2010. Now, even if we diversify from oil into other things like solar farms, this is still going to benefit, right? The company makes its revenue from a variety of sources, fixed fee payments for use of the land by tenants, revenue of sales of materials used in the construction of infrastructure, provision of source water or treated produced water, revenue from oil and gas royalty interest, and revenue related to saltwater disposal on its land. Texas Pacific Land also generates revenue from all types of infrastructure projects on its properties like solar and wind installations. There you go. Further, it has no competition and its moat owned of its lands, its ownership of lands rich in resources is here to last essentially forever. I think this is brilliant. Basically, it's like being the owner of Texas. It's like being the owner of America. This is good. I like this. Generates revenue from all types of infrastructure projects. I like it. Further, it has no competition and is mostly owned, and its moat ownership of land is rich in resources. It's essentially here forever. As Warren Buffett trades portfolio said, when we own portions of outstanding businesses with outstanding management, our favorite holding period is forever. Texas Pacific Land is truly one of those stocks that, from my point of view, every long-term portfolio should hold some exposure to with a forever time horizon. The royalties received on every barrel produced on 880,000 acres it owns in the Permian Basin, the high growth of its water business, the ultra-high financial margins, and the shareholder-friendly management makes the stock an unavoidable one in a long-term growth-oriented portfolio. Two distinct business lines. Texas Pacific Land has two distinct business lines through which it collects royalties and fees. The company makes a large portion of its revenue by lending land to reliable and growing oil-producing tenants like ExxonMobil Corporation, Chevron, EOG, Global Oil. It's like being the landlord for everybody. Everybody with money. I like this. I got to be honest. This sounds great to me. This is right up my street. Texas Pacific Land Corporation announces special dividend of $10 per share and a cash balance target. They've got, that's interesting, a dividend, $10 per share, a special, just a one-off payment, that is. Wow, pretty impressed. This is the business here. Pure play in the Permian Basin. Such history, such diversity. You basically own America. You basically own Texas. You own all the oil on it. You own all the water on it. You own all the solar on it. I love it. I love it. Very rarely I say a stock that I just go, I love it. It's a simple business model. It's a very simple business model that just cannot fail. Texas Pacific Land Corporation announces special dividend of $10 per share and cash balance target. Today announced that the company's board of directors approved a $10 per share special dividend. The special dividend will be payable on July the 15th. It's just been paid out to stockholders at the record close of July the 1st. There you go. That you can see how that was. We don't need to read into that. Really, we know all about the company. That's great. We have set a target cash and cash equivalents balance of approximately $700 million above the targeted level. TPL will seek to deploy the majority of its free cash flow towards share repurchases and dividends. That's good as well. Blimey, this is a very rarely I get everything great. Just basically you own Texas. Basically you own America. Basically you own everything that goes on it. I love it. Right, let's have a look at the business, the numbers. If you like this so far, please tap the like button and consider subscribing. Loudwork, TPL. Now I've learned about a new stock today. Thanks and happy Friday. Loudwork, yes. And very nice it was too, Steve. Got comments coming in here as I'm making this video. It's being made live, so I always try to keep you updated as I make it live. Right. Here we go. The intrinsic value, overvalued by 64%. Now, of course it is. Of course it's overvalued. Of course it is. It's a long-term play, future revenue. This is the kind of stock you buy and own and forget about it. It's not going to be undervalued. I don't think it will ever be undervalued. It just won't. People just don't trade it. They own it. That's it. Get on the bandwagon and that's it. Is it a good time? Well, if we look down here, it just keeps rising. It just keeps rising. You just can't get it. If we look, there's brief moments, but it really isn't anything to shout about. At the peak there, with 900, you could have bought it there. Well, there we go. There's 195, 244. There's a big swing there between 22 and 23, a year there. But I would imagine with Elon Musk moving to Texas, SpaceX, more solar, more drilling, oil, Donald Trump getting in, I wouldn't be worried about getting the bottom. I mean, of course, we all want to get the bottom, but if you look at it, it was higher. It was 901. So it's trending up. So more than likely, we're going to be there again, probably by election time. So you're going to make $100 a share by election time. So oil's going up at the moment. So anyway, let's carry on. I like this stock. It's not about the price. It's about owning it. Let's have a look here. Revenue up 4%. Up 4%. And it's just going to continue to rise. And I would expect with the election, if it goes Donald Trump's way, this could steepen. So that's a considerable rise. Operating income up 6%. Net income up 7%. Ooh, look at that. There's a S-curve if you've ever seen one. Financing cash flow down 4%. Investing cash flow up 0.8. Operating cash flow up 8%. What's there not to like about this? Assets, 1.3 billion in assets, of which cash is 837. They don't need to build the business. They just own the land. You just own the land. So there's no real, I mean, what do? I mean, you just own the land, right? They've got 837 million in cash. So a load of cash. You don't have to spend it. I mean, what do? You own the land. The land just sits there. There's no reinvesting, is there? There's no building it out. People pay to be on your land. They spend the money. You don't do anything. You're just basically a landlord of America. It's great. I like it. 136 million liabilities. So there's no debt. This is probably the perfect stock, right? There's no debt. We've just got day-to-day running costs. Okay, no debt. Look at that. It doesn't have anything. Accounts payable, none. Like there's no debt. There's nothing. They just don't have any bills. They just own the land. This is brilliant. Best business I've ever seen. Efficient. Gross margin 94%. Well, I mean, you own America, right? So in an area that's expanding. I don't know if I can find anything about this I don't like. 78%. But you see, McDonald's have got expenses. I'm reading some comments coming in. This is completely different. You just own the land and sit on it and let everyone pay you money to use it. It's basically being a landlord of America. 78% operating margin, 66% net margin. Well, obviously, FCF margin, 59%. What's that? What's it not to like? 50% ROCE, 110% ROIC, 39% ROA. I can see why Warren Buffett owns this. 44% ROE. It's probably the best stock I've ever seen. Isn't it? Free cash flow. Yeah, I mean, that looks pretty good. Oh my gosh. This is officially the best stock I've ever seen. Profitability score, 90%. I have never seen a 90%. Oh my God. Solvency score, 81. I've never seen a stock like it. I'm so glad someone pointed this out to me. So, worst case scenario. But this is the short term. Remember, Wall Street. You just own it. You just own it. It's just like owning America. And because I think if you can buy this on the dip, and then you just own it with what's going to go on with drilling, which is what's going to go on with Elon Musk, then it's just going to print money, right? 30% downside, worst case scenario, because it's expensive. Obviously, it's at its peak right now, right? So you just want to buy it when it dips, right? I'm just, 8% downside on the average. Remember, there's no dividend here. You just own it. It's just growth. That's it. 18% upside. Not that much. You might say, well, own the S&P. Own the S&P. I bet this is in the S&P, isn't it? I bet this is in the S&P. I wouldn't be surprised. Someone could find out. Is it in the S&P? I'd probably say it is. Anyway, if you can buy this on a dip, that's what you do, right? That's what you do. So you are looking for the dip, right? Now then, if, however, you think Donald Trump's going to win the election and Elon Musk is going to build solar panels all over Texas, and Elon Musk and Donald Trump's going to open up more oil fields, Texas is going to make loads of money. So it makes sense. It makes sense to own it now, even if it dips. It doesn't matter. And like Warren Buffett says, it's not the price of the stock. It's the company I want to own. And you just own it and keep it. Now, if you're much older, you might not see massive gains. But if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, maybe even 50s, and you've got time, you're going to see some huge growth here. No doubt about that. So you're looking for those little moments when it dips. And then you just go as much as you can. Insiders, okay? I don't know if there's going to be an insight. I don't know if there's going to be an opportunity. Look, insiders, no selling, just buying. I've never seen a stock that has every box ticked. Every box is ticked. Percent short, and that makes sense. There's a reasonable amount of short interest here, because people are betting on it going down now, take some profit. That makes sense. I bet Stephen Lewandowski would understand this stock because he's an oil man. I bet he would understand it. I bet he would say it's a bit like oil. He knows what price he buys oil. He knows what price he sells oil. I bet Stephen would know what level you'd buy this. You just, the shorts are betting it's going to go down, take some profit. It'll drive down and buy it. The moment it goes down, you buy it. That's what you do. That's what you do. Anyway, there's my review on Texas Pacific Land. So let's wrap this up. Is it a buy? Is it a sell? What's my thoughts on it? Well, before I tell you that, smash the like button and click subscribe and ring the bell. Let's put it like this. Rob Brennan has just done some research and said, damn, McDonald's only has 5% of the land that Texas Pacific does. Yeah, on a dip now, TPL, yes, on a dip, yes, there you go. Oil man just said on a dip, TPL, yes. He gets it. He's an oil man, he gets it. You buy it on a dip, that's it, and you own it. Right, so let's say, what do I think about this? It's the very first time I've ever seen it, and the best thing in the world to own is land. You're owning Texas. You're literally the landlord of Texas. You're the landlord of America. This is where people are moving to. Donald Trump's probably going to get re-elected. Oil's going to explode. We need more power because of EVs and spaceships and God knows what else and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if Elon Musk starts putting solar panels all over Texas. It's going to make them money. This is a no-brainer. Even if you bought it today, with where it is today, it doesn't matter if you own it. If you own it, it doesn't matter. You just own it and hold it. I'm tempted to even break my own rule of only owning the S&P and buy this. This is. In fact, look, I'm going to put it on my watch list. There you go. Put it on my watch list for a dip. I might, because I wouldn't be trading this. I just own it, right? I think it's a no-brainer. If you want to buy it today, fine. There might be a bit of downside. There won't be in 6 months. When the election comes, you could be up 30%. In 5 years, you could be up 300%. It's great. It's a no-brainer. So yes, it's a buy from me. Buy it when you like. Buy it when you want. I've never seen a perfect business that was as close to perfect as you can get. You own the land. You've got no expenses. You just own the land, and everyone who works it pays you money. Land isn't going anywhere. Land's going to go up in price. Energy is the future. Texas has the oil. Texas has the sun. Texas has the land. Brilliant. Balance sheet, great. No expense. It's best stock I've ever seen. Click above my head for all the links. Alpha Spread. Already added it to mine. David Ewan is going, I've added it to mine. It's great. Click above my head for Alpha Spread. MartynLucas.com. Scroll down. You'll find my full list. All my links, and you'll find Alpha Spread. All my members can get access to the software that I've been using for free. Members can get the premium version with a lifetime discount, so it makes it really, really cheap. In fact, it makes my membership for free. It's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer as well. Over here, and below, I'll put the links as well, okay, to Alpha Spread and everything else. Over here, I'll put my full playlist of all the stocks I've ever reviewed. Nearly 200 companies now I've reviewed. Can you believe it? Down here, I will put a new playlist for Texas Pacific land. And it'll be down there. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. You don't think it's in the S&P? No. Right. Okay. Okay, so that was Texas Pacific. SoFi's next, plus more TLP. TLP. Okay. TLP. I'm going to finish now and come back and do SoFi this afternoon. I've been going since 6 o'clock this morning, so I want a bit of a break. I've got my music show as well tonight, so I'm going to do that. Okay. Right. TPL. I've just done a full review on this stock. Probably, no, scrub that. Definitely the best stock I've ever seen. A 100% buy. I've done a full review on this stock. The best stock I've ever seen. You are an owner of Texas. You own America. You own everything that goes on that land in Texas, essentially. McDonald's owns less than 5%, I believe. Someone's just done research for me. As only 5% of the land that Texas Pacific land do. Everything that goes on this land, you make money from. Little expenses, you just own the land. Everybody else pays to work your land. And with Donald Trump more than likely to win the election, this stock is bound to go up. For oil drilling, Elon Musk now moving headquarters to Texas, more rockets, more solar, more wind turbines. Basically, you are the landlord of Texas, the landlord of America. I've done a full review on this. Check out the full review and find out why I believe this is the best stock I've ever seen. Click above my head, down here, I'll put the full review just here. And over here, the full list of all my stocks I've reviewed. Check out this one. I think it's one you cannot afford to miss. What's the best stock in the world to own with Donald Trump likely to win the election and Elon Musk backing him and moving to Texas with solar, wind farms, rockets, and more land coming up? More oil being drilled coming up? Well, I've done a full review. I think this potentially could be the best stock I've ever seen. For full information, click above my head, down below in the description. Over here, I'll put the full review, and down here, I'll put my full Alpha Spread playlist. Do you want to be the owner of Texas and the landowner of America, and everyone who works your land pay you money? I've just reviewed it. This could be the one for you, particularly around about now. Right. Okay. Wow. David Ewan. Bloody hell. Buying only when down. Future hits. Everywhere's connected. Texas Pacific Land Corporation is in the S&P 500 as of July 18, 2020. As of July 8, as of July 2024, TBL's trading total return compared to the S&P 500. Yes, that looks like a solid stock to dollar cost average into every. Right. What's the best stock to own in America? Well, it could be this one, particularly now. And this is what a couple of my members feel about it after I've just done a full review. Check out the full review. David Ewan says, as soon as Avgo hits by a buy-in price, I'm going to buy 10 shares of this stock and then maybe buy 1 share a month. David Ewan. Our oil man, Stephen Lewandowski, who just bought $180,000 worth of oil a few weeks ago. Texas Pacific Land Corporation is in the S&P 500. As of July 18th, 2024, yesterday, TPL's trailing total return was 59.27 compared to the S&P 500. Pretty exciting. We think we've just discovered probably the best stock we've ever seen. What do you think? Let me know. Click above my head, down below in the description. Over here, I'll put the full review, and down here, I'll put my Alpha Spread playlist. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Exciting, right? Okay. I'm going to get off and put these videos out. I'm going to come back later and do SoFi as promised. So, that being said, I'm going to remain online I'm going to remain online on the extra channel. So if I can give everyone the link to continue the conversation on the extra channel while I go and put these videos out. No point making loads of videos if you don't put them out. Right, there is the link when I end the show. Here is the extra channel. Join me now on the extra channel. Chris Schultz, hello, people. Hello. I've arrived. Chris Schultz is here. I'm here and on the other channel. I love it. I love it when people have both channels open at the same time. That helps the channel. That helps us grow a double bubble, basically. That really, really helps. Anyway, that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I'm not going to do day trader of the day. I want to get out quick. I've been going all day, and I'm going to put all these videos out, send you to the extra channel. That's it from me. Join me in the extra channel for conversation and support, and I'll be putting these videos out, and then back for the closing bell, of course, with the SoFi review. That's coming up next. In the meantime, as always, take care of yourselves and make sure I've got that right. Yep. And each other.